In the last video, we did those measurements of 5 over here, and now you really just want to connect them. So you want to make sure that you find the 3, connect the right one to the right one. You can go back if you want. Now you're going to connect the left one to the left one, and now you'll see that it becomes solid. But what we want to do is we want to bring this down so that everything starts really filling in. You can see over here that the whole thing is actually filled in. So luckily we have 2 other lines we could work with. We have these lines over here. So midpoint here, you go to the right 5. Remember, it has a width of 10, so you go 5 one direction, 5 the other. You did those measurements, and now you go down the edge 5 here, and down this edge 5 here. Now you have all the measurements you need. So endpoint, endpoint. So we're going to go to this one and connect it here. Right now, it doesn't look like anything happened. But then we're also going to go to this endpoint, connect it there. And now that should we'll start to see a little bit of a connection happening. You also can connect here to here. You really just want to take all these and show the program, hey, we want to actually connect these. So once all of a sudden now you do that and the whole thing starts connecting. So that's what you want to do. You really want to take those measurements. Hopefully if we connect here now, and perfect. So now we have that fully connected. If possible, which I hope it is, I think it is. Oh, it's not. That's weird. That's okay. I guess since it's connected over there, then that's why you can't delete these, because it's connected to the top. So you don't have to have those. These could actually just end up being hidden then. Any lines that are clearly important for the structural integrity, you can't delete them. You can hide them, however. So we're going to hide those lines. And let's see what we're at. Great. So now we have this. This is awesome. And what you really want to do now, just to get all your ducks in a row, as they say, is throw your dimensions in there. So this should be 50. This should have a diameter of 25. This should have a diameter, it says radius 25. That's the same thing, so, as diameter 50. So it says diameter. It's funny that some of these are saying radius. That's pretty cool. So here to here should clearly be 10. These are measurements that I'm really going to need to see. I think, let's see if you can find midpoint to midpoint. That would be really cool. Because remember, that was 100. I'm not sure if it'll lock in on the midpoint. It doesn't seem to be locking in. That would have been cool, but whatever. It doesn't seem to be doing that, so not a big deal. Now I don't really need that measurement, so I could just make that and delete it. What else? What other measurement? So this should be 40. Here to here should be 40. Anything else? This to this should be 10. So here up. I could tell, you see how I didn't actually click on the edge, so that's my fault. You want to really make sure you're clicking on the right spot. Here to here should be 10. Excellent. So all these measurements, you're not eyeing anything out by any means. Everything is precisely measured. Okay, so now what we want to do, and this is going to get pretty dicey, I think. We're going to assume that this line is going through everything. And let's try to see how we can do this. So I have a good idea of how to make this one going through. So I'll just get started with that. It says that that's 6 wide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a rectangle. And remember, it's important. That's why it's important that we put those dimensions in. I'm going to make a rectangle from here. Clearly the same width, like that. Excellent. Doesn't matter. Now, really doesn't matter where you do this from. Just going to kind of create something else over here and get rid of this stuff. Or these lines. Yep. And now from here, you're going to want to make something that is 6 units. So I'll cut this in half. And then you guessed it, a lot of halves. I'm going to measure, since it's got to be 6 units wide, I'm going to measure 3 units this way. I'm going to measure 3 units this way. And then now that is what we need as far as something that's 6 units wide that can cut through.